Have you ever sat down to work and somehow accomplished almost nothing? It happens to almost everyone. You promise yourself you'll stay focused, but one notification steals your attention before you even begin. Just a quick look at your phone turns into several minutes without you noticing. Emails, messages, reminders, and updates all compete for your attention every single day. Wonder your brain feels overwhelmed. It's trying to process far more than it was built for. Hours pass, but your energy disappears much faster than your to-do list. At the end of the day, you wonder why so little actually got done. It's easy to blame yourself. Maybe you think you're just lazy or undisciplined. But what if the real problem isn't you? What if it's your brain trying to survive in a world it never evolved for? Once you understand how your brain works, productivity starts making a lot more sense. Today, we'll explore 5 surprising ways your brain wasn't designed for modern productivity. And by the end, you'll know how to work with your brain instead of constantly fighting against it. Let's travel back thousands of years. Life looked very different for our ancestors. Back then, paying attention wasn't about deadlines. It was about staying alive. Every strange sound or movement could mean danger hiding nearby. Reacting quickly often meant the difference between survival and disaster. Fast forward to today. The dangers have changed, but your brain hasn't changed nearly as much. Your brain still reacts strongly to anything new or unexpected, even if it's only a phone notification. Instead of watching for wild animals, you're constantly watching glowing screens. Every buzz, ping, and alert tells your brain this might be important. Before long, your attention is being pulled in several directions at once. Evolution takes thousands of years. Smartphones appeared only yesterday in comparison. That means your ancient brain is trying to survive in an incredibly modern environment. It's like trying to fit the wrong puzzle pieces together. Things simply don't line up. Here's the first big reason your brain struggles with productivity. Your brain is naturally wired to notice anything that stands out. Every movement, sound, and flashing object automatically competes for your attention. Your brain isn't trying to distract you. It's simply doing the job evolution designed it to do. Your attention naturally jumps toward anything new or unexpected. That instinct once protected you from danger, but today it often pulls you away from meaningful work. You don't always choose distraction on purpose. Your brain notices the most interesting thing first, often before you're even aware of it. This is why staying focused can feel like a constant battle. Your attention keeps getting pulled toward whatever seems more exciting. The good news is that small changes in your environment can make focusing much easier. Sometimes moving a distraction out of sight is enough. When your brain has fewer distractions to react to, it becomes much easier to stay with one task for longer. Now, let's look at the second reason your brain struggles with modern productivity. Your brain loves rewards. Thousands of years ago, finding sweet food meant finding valuable energy for survival. Every rewarding experience encouraged your brain to remember it and seek it again in the future. Modern technology has learned how to take advantage of the system. Every notification, like, and message feels like a tiny reward. That's why a quick check of your phone can easily become 20 minutes of endless scrolling. Inside your brain, a chemical called dopamine helps motivate you to chase rewards. It's part of a system that encourages exploration and learning. Social media delivers small rewards over and over again, keeping your brain interested in what's coming next. After enough repetition, reaching for your phone becomes a habit that happens almost automatically. Understanding this isn't about blaming technology. It's about recognizing how your brain naturally responds to frequent rewards. The third reason your brain struggles with productivity is decision overload. Every choice you make uses a small amount of mental energy. From the moment you wake up, your brain begins making decisions. What to wear, what to eat, and what to work on all compete for your attention. As more choices pile up, your brain becomes mentally tired. Even simple decisions start to feel surprisingly difficult. This is known as decision fatigue. The more decisions you make, the harder it becomes to make good ones later in the day. That's why simplifying your choices can dramatically improve your focus. Fewer decisions leave more energy for meaningful work. Instead of planning 20 different tasks, choose a few that truly matter. Your brain performs better when the path is clear. The fourth reason is something many people proudly claim they can do: multitasking. It feels productive to do several things at once, but your brain isn't actually working on multiple tasks at the same time. Instead, your attention keeps switching back and forth. Every switch costs time and mental energy. The more often you switch, the more difficult it becomes to stay deeply focused on any one task. Removing just one distraction can immediately reduce the number of attention switches your brain has to make. When your brain focuses on one important task, it works more efficiently and with far less stress. This is when real progress begins to build. Small moments of uninterrupted focus create surprisingly big results over time. Productivity isn't about doing everything at once. It's about giving your full attention to the right thing at the right time. The fifth and final reason is simple but often ignored. Your brain was never designed to work at full speed all day without rest. Many people believe working longer hours automatically leads to better results. In reality, an exhausted brain becomes slower, less creative, and more easily distracted. When your mental energy runs low, even simple tasks begin to feel unusually difficult. That's not laziness. It's fatigue. Think of your brain like a battery. The more you use it without recharging, the less effectively it performs. Sleep, regular breaks, movement, and quiet moments all help recharge your brain so it can perform at its best. While you sleep, your brain strengthens memories, clears unnecessary information, and prepares for the next day. That's why a well-rested mind often solves problems faster than a tired one working twice as long. Real productivity isn't about squeezing out every last drop of energy. It's about knowing when to recharge. When your brain has the rest it needs, focusing becomes easier and your work feels far less exhausting. Let's quickly review what we've learned. These 5 ideas explain why modern productivity often feels so difficult. Your brain evolved for survival. It craves rewards, it tires from too many decisions, it can't truly multitask, and it needs regular recovery. None of these traits mean your brain is broken. They're simply part of how humans have evolved over thousands of years. The goal isn't to fight your brain every day. The goal is to understand it and build habits that work with it instead. Once you stop expecting your brain to behave like a machine, you'll discover a smarter and more sustainable way to stay productive. The good news is that you don't need a complete life overhaul. Small, consistent habits are often more powerful than dramatic changes. Start by removing distractions before you begin working. If your phone isn't within reach, your brain has one less temptation to fight. Creating a simple environment makes it much easier to stay focused. Your attention naturally settles on what's in front of you. Instead of filling your day with endless tasks, choose 3 important priorities. A shorter list is often a more productive one. Completing one meaningful task builds momentum. Progress creates motivation far better than perfection ever will. Don't forget to take short breaks. Rest isn't the opposite of productivity. It's one of the things that makes productivity possible. When you return with fresh energy, you'll often finish your work faster and with better quality. The secret isn't forcing your brain to work harder. It's creating conditions that allow it to work naturally. That's the difference between working harder and working smarter. One drains your energy, while the other helps you use it wisely. A clean workspace won't solve everything, but removes unnecessary friction, so your brain can focus on what matters. Even a few quiet moments can reset your attention. Your brain benefits from brief pauses more than constant stimulation. When you come back with a clear mind, you'll often accomplish more in less time. So here's your challenge. Choose just one habit from this video and put it into practice today. Small actions create lasting change. Remember, your brain isn't the enemy. It's your greatest tool. Learn how it works. Work with it instead of against it, and productivity will become far more natural. Now, let's turn everything you've learned into a simple action plan you can start using today. Step 1. Remove just one distraction before you begin working. Make focus easier instead of relying only on willpower. Even a small change to your environment can have a surprisingly big impact on your attention. Step 2. Choose only 3 important priorities for the day. A clear plan reduces unnecessary mental effort. When you know exactly what matters most, your brain spends less time deciding and more time doing. Step 3. Give yourself a dedicated focus session. Working in short, intentional blocks is often more effective than forcing yourself to concentrate for hours. During your focus session, commit to doing just one thing. Protect your attention like it's one of your most valuable resources. When the session ends, take a real break. Your brain needs moments of recovery before it can perform at its best again. A short walk, a drink of water, or a few minutes away from your screen can refresh your mind more than you might expect. When you return feeling recharged, you'll often find that your work flows more naturally. Step 4. Track your progress. Seeing your consistency grow video helps reinforce the habits you're building. Don't aim for perfection every day. Celebrate showing up because consistency beats occasional bursts of motivation. Every productive day becomes another step forward. Small improvements add up faster than most people realize. Success rarely comes from one huge breakthrough. It comes from repeating simple habits until they become part of who you are. Every small habit you repeat becomes another step toward lasting productivity. Progress isn't measured by one perfect day. It's measured by the direction you're moving. Your brain is incredibly powerful. When you understand how it works, you stop fighting against it and start using it to your advantage. Productivity doesn't have to feel stressful. A simple system, a focused environment, and consistent habits can make a remarkable difference. Every new day is another opportunity to practice these ideas. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep showing up. Today, you've learned that your brain evolved for survival, seeks rewards, tires from constant decisions, can't truly multitask, and needs regular recovery. These aren't weaknesses. They're part of being human. And once you understand them, you can build a life that works with your brain instead of against it. So before you leave this video, choose one small change you'll make today. The smallest action is always more valuable than the best intention. Whether it's removing distractions, simplify your priorities, or giving yourself proper rest, start with one habit and let it grow over time. I'd love to hear from you. Which habit are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, consider leaving a like. It helps more people discover practical strategies for improving their focus and productivity. And if you want more videos like this, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next lesson. There's plenty more to explore. Check out the next video to continue learning simple ways to work smarter and stay focused. Remember, lasting success is built one habit, one decision, and one focused day at a time. Thanks for watching. Until next time, work with your brain, not against it, and I'll see you in the next video.